welcome back. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday with your family, maybe some friends, and I hope you enjoyed some yummy food. This week in mindfulness, we are just going to be reviewing how we can be mindful in our everyday life. Now, we already know that mindfulness can consist of going to a quiet place and doing some meditation to calm our bodies and to be more still so that we can reflect on certain things. But also, we can be very mindful as we move around throughout the day and while we're communicating with those around us. So I want you to take a quick look at this story about filling your bucket, and then we are going to have a discussion when you get back.
Stories. Please join us for Fill a Bucket, a guide to daily happiness for young children by Carol McLeod and Catherine Martin, illustrated by David Messing. Fill a bucket. The day you were born was a very happy day. It was your birthday, a day you celebrate every year. You were a new person and a special gift. You received a gift too, your very own name, a name as special as you. What is your name? Everyone was so happy to see you, but there was one part of you that they could not see. It was your bucket, your invisible bucket. Everyone is born with an invisible bucket. No one can see your bucket, but it is always with you. Your bucket is a very important part of you. It is an important part of everyone. Your bucket holds all the love and happiness that you receive each day. When your bucket is full, you feel very happy. When your bucket is empty, you feel sad. It's good to have a full bucket. Every day, your family and lots of other people help fill your bucket. When your daddy kisses and tickles you, he fills your bucket. Your giggles fill his bucket too. When your mommy smiles and tells you she loves you, she is filling your bucket. Your smiles fill her bucket too. When your sister or your brother snuggles and reads to you, your buckets fill up even more. When your grandpa or your grandma plays with you, everyone's bucket is filled. Look, your bucket is so full. It is full of happy thoughts and lots of love. So many people have filled your bucket. You can fill their buckets too. Bucket filling is like magic. When you fill a bucket by being kind and loving, your bucket fills up too. You can do many things to fill buckets every day. When you listen and help, you are filling a bucket. Your bucket fills up more. When you say please and thank you, your magic words fill buckets. When you play and share your toys, everyone is happy. Everyone's invisible bucket is filled. When you take care of your pet, you are filling a bucket. Your bucket fills up too. When you smile and wave, you are being a bucket filler. When you give hugs and kisses, your love fills buckets. It's good to go to sleep with a bucket full of happiness and love. Look at all the happy faces. Everyone's bucket is full. Now it's your turn. What will you do to fill a bucket? The end.
Welcome back. So as you can see, as you heard in the story, we all have a very invisible bucket. No one can see it, but it's at work all the time. Now, when we're growing up, it's very hard to control the things that happen around us. We're not in control. You're not an adult. You don't always get to choose. But what you can do is take responsibility for your bucket. And as you heard in the story, ways to keep your bucket full is by sharing laughter, by sharing and being kind, by being loving, by helping others. All of those ways help to fill others' buckets, and when you fill others' buckets, they in turn help to fill yours. Your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your siblings, your friends, your teachers, all of us sharing and being loving, kind, and helping one another. All of that helps us to fill each other's buckets, but also we can do things to show ourselves how much we love ourselves and help to fill our bucket too. And the more full that our bucket is, the easier it is for us to deal with the things happening around us that we can't control. So, activity today, what I want you to do is take some time to think. Think about ways over this last year, maybe this school year, that you were mindful and filled someone else's bucket. I want you to make a list. If it's hard for you to write the words, then you can draw a picture of ways that you've filled other people's buckets. It could be a teacher, a friend, a loved one, like a cousin or your mom or dad, your sister, brother, whoever. Whatever comes to mind as you sit in your stillness, think of all the ways that you've filled someone else's bucket. After you do that, I want you to take some time and think of ways that someone else has contributed to your bucket. What are ways that others contribute to your bucket on a daily basis? Maybe you have someone that you get to play your favorite game with, even if it's online. Maybe you have a favorite teacher that always says the same things to you or compliments you. Maybe your mom and dad get you things that make you happy. Maybe you have a sister or brother that you get to play with or watch TV with, or a grandma that calls to check on you. Draw those pictures or make that list of all the things that others do to fill your bucket. A few more questions. I'd like you to think of a time that you can remember, you can think back, that your bucket was so full. What was the time that you had a full bucket? Maybe you had love and kindness and happiness happening all around you, and you can think back and remember that your bucket was overflowing. And I want you to draw a picture or write it out. How did that feel? Did you feel warm and fuzzy and happy? Did it make you want to go out and help others to be happy and help others? What did your face look like? Did you smile a lot? Were you excited? Were you a little bit hyper with lots of energy? Or was it a quiet moment where you just wanted to be by yourself and enjoy the moment? Draw that picture. What did it look like one time when your bucket was so full? It just was overflowing. How did that feel? And then, final question. I want you to think ahead. And this is the mindful part. Think of the people that you're going to see in the next couple of days, or maybe a loved one that you haven't seen and want to see, a friend, a teacher, a cousin, whoever. What are some things, now that you know what your bucket is, that you can do that won't only help to fill others people's buckets, but that would make you happy yourself, and that would help to fill your bucket in the future? So that's 4 questions. I want you to take the time and just be mindful, because as you're moving around throughout your day, you can fill your bucket and fill other people's bucket. The more full your bucket is, the easier it will be to deal with the things happening around you. The easier it will be to communicate how you're feeling in each moment, and the easier time you will have dealing with all the things that maybe don't make you so happy, or might be hard to deal with, or times you don't get your way. You can be mindful and think of, how can I fill my bucket in this moment? No, I may not be able to have exactly what I want, or maybe I have to wait, but there are other things I can do to fill my bucket. There's always someone I can call that helps me feel happy. There's always someone I can go give a hug, and making them feel better will help me feel better. Okay? That is mindfulness, and that is how we be mindful in our daily lives when we don't have our quiet space, when it's not a quiet moment for us to do some meditation or stretching. We could be mindful throughout the day to have an easier, happier, peaceful life where we can better deal with the things that we can't control. So, I'm hoping, since you're watching this on YouTube, that you guys can comment down below and let me know some of the things that you came up with, or let me know about the moments where your bucket was full or you filled somebody else's. I'd love to see those things down in the comment section. Other than that, I want you to continue to think about this. And of course, as we go through our mindfulness sessions, we'll continue to talk about this and develop it so that we can continue to be better people. All right, that's what I have for you today for mindfulness. You guys enjoy the rest of your week.